Hey, so just want to mention some strange things that have happened that are a bit mystical ish, maybe. Um, Either during or since the ayahuasca that I didn't mention before. The first one is when I was in the medicine, I kept thinking, why is this so familiar? Why is this so familiar? Like it was a space I had been in countless times. And for some reason, one memory seemed to come through of um, of being a man with a few other men around who were my I don't know, people who cared about me, and they were initiating me into the medicine, and somebody was actually holding me, and I was I was seeing it, seeing the medicine take effect and being like, wow, this is what they've been talking about. This is what they and now I'm seeing what they're, what they think I'm ready to see. And I remember it getting quite scary too, but also feeling like, oh, my brothers, they have me. Like, this is genuinely scary, but also I'm held by people who've been here, by people who know. And it was such a beautiful, incredible honor in a way to have access to that memory, because it's probably not something I'm going to experience in my lifetime, certainly not as a man, but also not being initiated in a way where I'm held by people who care about me specifically. You know what I mean? I mean, you go to ceremony spaces, you pay somebody money, you're generally surrounded by strangers, relative strangers, maybe you got to know them a little bit. But like, to be initiated by your kin, by your best friend, by your loved ones, and be held by them, not as something you paid for, but as something that you're being initiated into with pure love and wonder, and feeling the wonder while surrounded by close loved ones, dear friends and mentors and brothers, whatever. Um, and of course, who knows if it actually happened at all, if it was the past, if it was the future. But it was such a gorgeous glimpse into what this is like when it's not transactional. And I'm not, I think we have to go through a transactional phase at this point, because we don't have the infrastructure for initiation of the kind that I apparently accessed a memory of. Um, so I'm not knocking it. I'm not mad about it. Um, Hopefully, what this is the beginning stages toward a point where people are just initiated into mystery, not into indoctrination, not into tradition per se, necessarily. I mean, you can wear traditions lightly, right? You can wear traditions like I'm wearing this tank top. It's like, I like it. It's pretty. I can take it off if I need to. I can put something else on. It's not a big deal. Um, but yeah, initiate people not into tradition, not into dogma, but into direct experience, direct access to mystery. Like, that's a cool initiation, and it's not framed that way in any of the temples or the places where I have done it. It's always about healing, and that's great. Like, healing is important, and this can be part of healing. And initiation into the mystery might be a harder sell than heal your trauma, um, at this point. So yeah, I mean, I think we're going to be stepwise for a while, but man, like, what a beautiful vision of either something we've lost or a possibility in the future. It makes me happy even to feel that that ever was or might be a possibility. It was so beautiful. So that was one. Another was, I technically wasn't supposed to do this, but about 3 days after the ceremony, I took half of a cannabis gummy, partly because I think these two plants, I feel like the first time I did ayahuasca, it did something to my system where cannabis has become more psychedelic. You know, not like full on visuals and stuff necessarily. Certainly not open eye visuals necessarily, but it's very opening in a kind of an often kind of non-dual way, and yeah, I was curious to see how they would, you know, when they were so close, how they might interact. And what happened was, I you know what what the medicine had done to the visual field, just fragmenting it into chaotic tatters. This time it was done to the sense fields, the sensation field. That was ripped into shreds. There was no body to grasp. There was no, I mean, yeah, it was just ripped into shreds. And I had my eyes closed. It didn't occur to me to open my eyes because I was so focused on the sensation field. But yeah, it was very, very, I don't want to say destabilizing, but I mean, you know, obviously, how do you say? It wasn't anything, yeah, there wasn't anything to grasp. There wasn't anything to say, oh, this is me or this is my body or whatever. It was just ripped into shreds. And not necessarily painful, but certainly intense. And then sometimes, like, that would subside a bit, the ripping, the fragmentation would subside a bit. And then it was just like the throughput of my sensation field. If the normal range of sensation was kind of like 1 to 10 or 0 to 10, whatever, then it would kind of ramp up like 35. And just like, it was a wild ride. You know, it's like, of course I could stand it, I could bear it, but it was intense beyond intense. I mean, I don't know what that did. I don't know what anything does, but that was the experience. Third one was, it was either the next night or 2 nights later. I didn't take anything at all, but I felt, you know, after I went to bed, I felt like I was in some kind of medicine I had never been in before for maybe 2 hours. And what I was thinking was, did I take the wachuma and forget? Or am I supposed to take the wachuma tomorrow and it's gone back in time a day? Like, I was due, I mean, I am planning to take wachuma, to work with wachuma, 2.5 weeks from that, when that happened. But I couldn't think of time in that way. It was just like, the wachuma, either I took it and forgot, or it seems to be time traveling somehow. So that was the impression I had. So again, who knows? But it was very, I can't really describe what happened. It started to fade, but I was definitely feeling strongly in some kind of medicine for at least a couple of hours. So yeah, just some of the stuff that's happening since during and since that particular medicine.